Another poignant story from war-torn Sarajevo tonight. 6,000 wanted to leave, but only 300 could go, and they were the lucky ones. Women and children today ran the gauntlet of snipers to escape the besieged city.
It's the hardest decision any parent here will have to take. To keep their families together in this besieged city, or to send them away across 3 front lines and past the snipers who killed 2 children 11 days ago. These people decided the risks were worth it, that it was more dangerous to be in Sarajevo.
Our town was just looked sniper. That was...
They hate the Serbian gunmen who terrorized them.
They are not normal human beings.
About 350 children assembled in the Blitz center of the city. This family, like all of them, didn't know when they would see each other again.
Everything destroyed. Now they are separated, and he'll stay here to fight.
For the last 5 months, Hannah Beganovic has been looking after 48 destitute children. 7 of them are orphans, the rest separated from their parents. She said she'd been their mother and their father, and that she didn't want them to go.
It's not a good idea, because whenever the children leave the town, it becomes a dead town. And whenever they left the town, this town was shelled more and more.
The organizers of the convoy, a local charity, said they had guarantees of safe passage from the Bosnians, the Croats, and the Serbs, whose gunmen are generally assumed here to have attacked the last children's convoy. The charity denied allegations that in return they were evacuating disproportionate numbers of Serbian children. It was all extremely tense. The last convoy had security guarantees as well, and they were worthless. Some of the men tried to take their fear out on each other, and there were 6 hours of delays before they decided it was safe to leave. The later you drive down the roads here, the more deadly they are. The adults tried to keep the children occupied, but they couldn't fool the older ones about the danger ahead. These people have no idea when they'll be able to return. Some are talking about Christmas, others are saying they'll never come back to Sarajevo. The war has taken almost everything away from them. Until today, at least some still had the unity of their families. Now that has gone as well.
In other world news tonight, help is on its way to the starving millions of Somalia. The United Nations is sending 500 armed troops to protect aid supplies from the armies fighting a civil war. No changes to the All Blacks lineup for this weekend as they prepare for the test against South Africa. The first All Black team to play in the Republic for 16 years was announced today. It's the same lineup which defeated the Wallabies in Sydney 3 weeks ago. Wallaby David Campese is a rugby player who's never held back when it comes to sharing his opinions. The latest to cop a Campo tongue lashing are the South Africans, who have hit straight back. Campese was offside with the locals for bagging South Africans as arrogant and their favourite son Nas Botha as ordinary. But now Campo's being targeted to promote television coverage of the test. And after the attention he received following yesterday's match, it could end up being a very long tour for the Wizard of Oz. Former World 500cc champ Wayne Gardner could be swapping 2-wheeled racing for 4. Today, Gardner joined the BMW team in Hockenheim, Germany for a full 2-hour test run and came through with flying colours. BMW are hoping to sign the Australian champion for the end of the German champs, and he's already earmarked to race at Bathurst in October. And 3 Kiwi drivers have been breaking records by racing round Mansfield non-stop since Monday, bar the odd pit stop. The trio have already broken 5 distance records and added 1 more this morning, covering 9,378 kilometres. The challenge winds up tomorrow after 120 hours, though the only spectators here seem unimpressed. That's our news for tonight. Now checking out weather conditions all around the country for tomorrow. Firstly, we've received information for a heavy rain warning that'll be enforced till tomorrow morning. Between 50 and 100 millimetres are expected for the Taranaki region, between 50 and 80 millimetres for the Bay of Plenty, Rotorua and Gisborne regions, and the same's expected for the Nelson and Marlborough regions. By midday tomorrow, a low from the Tasman Sea should lie off the west coast while its associated cold front moves over New Zealand, bringing rain at first, then squally showers.